Zombie apocalypse.
Now then, we are back for another video. Yes, it's that time again where we do another roster tactic helpline video for you guys. And yes, whew, not many to go now. We are getting down to the nitty gritty. My memory serves me right, we've got 3 left. We've got Nagle, we've got Norse, and we've got Undead. They're the 3 we got left. And today, we are going to delve into Nagle. Yes. Good old Nagle. Oh, that lovely foul appearance, disturbing presence. Mighty blow claw. Oh, I love it. So, basically, my name's Benny Buffon. If you've not seen one of my videos before, well, there's tons of videos to watch. There's plenty of them. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at a few starting rosters, and then from there we're going to have a look at how to skill them up and why we skill them up. Also, what I'll do as well, because obviously on the PS4, the Xbox One and the PC, they have a Champions Ladder, the official cup competition. I'll tell you which roster I'd take if I was going Nagle to try and qualify. So without further ado, let's get on with Nagle then. So we've got a few different types of roster. There's usually just a few ways you can do it. I mean, this is quite a popular one. It's a bit different to everywhere else because most people say you need the big guy with this team. The Beast of Nagle is so good. Obviously, Mighty Blow tentacles already, so it can tentacle up to them gut runners and all them wood elf catchers on strength 2 and keep them in place. And it's one of the very few times when, you know what, it is a good time to get your beast in your roster, because obviously you want him skilled up pretty quickly, and obviously it gives you that Mighty Blow option. You also have 4 Nagle warriors in this build. You have your 1 pest to go, so you've got to look after him because he's going to be your ball carrier, and then you have 5 Rudders to go with it. On this build you just have the 2 rerolls, and that is a concern early, but you know what, the problem is, I don't know if you know this, but Nagle is one of the hardest teams to start off with, so you're just going to have to grin and bear it. You know, got to play the long game. Yes, you are going to lose a few early, but it'll be well worth it if you can get these bad boys leveled up. Nagle isn't for everybody. They take a long time to level up. They really, really do. But this gives you a good, powerful roster. 4 strength 4 Nagle warriors, 1 strength 5 beast of Nagle, and a ball carrier as well. So it's a very good, solid roster. The next roster we're going to have a look at is it's got 3 rerolls. Fantastic. That is really good. 3 pestigos, so you've got more than 1 ball carrier, but it's only got 3 Nagle warriors, so you lose a Nagle warrior, and you also lose the Beast of Nagle. So it depends how confident you are and what your game plans are going to be. I mean, like I said, 3 Nagle warriors aren't to be sniffed at. I mean, that's still 3 good solid strength 4 pieces. The 3 pestigos will give you a bit more maneuverability, especially when you're moving the ball up the field, and obviously having the extra reroll here is fantastic. You've also got 20k in the bank, so that can go towards your next pestigo or Nagle warrior, because obviously you don't need an apothecary because you have regen on most of your players apart from rotters. Or you don't have to save it, you could even go with 1 cheerleader, 1 coach assistant. I probably wouldn't, just because we've got the 3 rerolls anyway. I must admit, I've never tried this roster before, but I know a few people have, and you know, it's mixed. But you know, if you want more than 1 pestigo, that's the way to do it, in my opinion, or one of the ways to do it. And the final Nagle warrior roster we're going to have a look at gives you the 4 Nagle warriors, because everybody says you need 4 Nagle warriors to start off with. If that's the case, go with that. 2 pestigos. 6 rotters, but again, just the 2 team rerolls. But you did have 20k left over, so what I've done, because we've only got 2 team rerolls, I've gone for 1 cheerleader, 1 coach assistant, and means if there's a kickoff event, we've got a good chance of winning it, or at least drawing it together, a reroll. So, like I said, this one gives you the 4 Nagle warriors. So there's just 3 ways to do it. I think personally, myself, if I'm going into a competition, this is probably the one I'll go with, because at least, because you've got no tackle, at least it gives you 1 shred of hope to try and get something tagged up. You've got 4 warriors. You've got yourself a Pestigo. You just have to protect him, and then obviously you've got your Rudders as well. And I think this is just the best one to do. Obviously, try and... I mean, it's awkward because as soon as you get cash, you either want an extra reroll, which is going to cost you 140k, or you want to flesh out your Pestigos. That's the 2 things you want to be doing. As soon as you got like 3-4 Pestigos and then the team reroll, then you'll feel a lot better. I assure you. So we picked our roster, and now it's time for skilling them up. So let's start with the Nagle Warriors first. So let's start with the typical build, the killer build. Always love to have one of these guys in there. Oh, like I did with the Plague and Cowboys, I'd get 3 or 4 of them like this. Pardon me while I just take a drink. And yeah, they're nasty. So you get Disturbing Presence already, you get Foul Appearance, you get Nagle's Rot, you get Regeneration, so you get all that into the base price of 110k. First thing you need to take for definite is Block. Don't take nothing else, just take Block. Don't take Mighty Blow, and then Mighty Blow Claw. It's pointless. You need Block on this team. You've got no Block anywhere, so you need reliability. The killing skills can come after you get Block. And like I say, if you haven't got Block, all them both down, you're not going to be able to really put him down anyway without worrying yourself by possibly hurting yourself. So, you know, you need the Block, don't you? So, got to get Block first. Then Mighty Blow, and then after that, it just depends. Claw gives you a really scary piece, but if you're against mainly low armor TV, then maybe piling on might be better. The only negative about piling on with the big guy is really you want your 4 big guys staying up. You know, your big 4 Nagle warriors. So I would probably go Mighty Blow, Claw, and then it depends how the rest of my team's built. Pile-on's good to a certain extent. Guard is beautiful, and so is Stand Firm. You know, you don't really need piling on. You could quite easily go Block, Mighty Blow, Claw, Stand Firm, Guard, or vice versa. If you've got Stand Firm and they don't knock you down, that means they're stood right next to you, so they have to try and dodge away or stand there and take the punishment. Like I say, these are just nasty. Because people can even blitz you, and if they roll a 1, you've got Foul Appearance, so they don't get to hit you anyway. So these are a deadly piece. I mean, the only saving grace for your opponent is they only move 4, so, you know, they are quite slow. But, yeah, very nasty indeed. The next piece basically is more of a roadblock. So you start off with Block, you get yourself Guard because Guard's important, then you get yourself Stand Firm. If you do roll a double, get Dodge. If he's going to be a roadblock, get Dodge. A Blodge Stand Firm Strength 4 Guard piece is beautiful. And then you've got the option of Tackle and Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow obviously do more damage, and Tackle is basically hard for people to obviously dodge away from if they've got Blodge, obviously. These are real nice people. You could build four Nagle warriors like this and it'd be a pain in the backside. Really would be. These are really, really nice pieces. Stand Firm's one of the... Stand Firm and Guard are them sort of skills where, you know, Guard, it's like, oh, I want to take something more sexy, something more, you know, something more exciting. But by Jove, don't you, you know, if you take Guard, by Jove, don't you appreciate if you've got it? And if you don't have it and you're going against some Guard, you'll wish you had it. And Stand Firm, I mean, oh man, it's such a pain in the backside, especially if you've got Blodge. Oh, that'd be annoying. You could blitz the corner of a cage, park him next to the ball and go, hi there, I'm not moving, I'm going to hit you if you don't dodge. Brilliant. The next one, now we're starting to go into the funky builds. So start with Block, go Mighty Blow to get a bit of scare factor in there for him, and then go for some things like Tentacles, Preemptive Tail, Stand Firm, them sort of things. So you're getting him in there, you're basically parking up there, saying you're not getting away, I'm going to smack you. Good for a corner of a cage, blast the cage open, get this guy in there. All these skills are pretty good. Tentacles, not as good on the Strength 4, granted, but the amount of times I've seen a Strength 3 piece fail to get away from a Strength 4 piece, it happens more than you'd think. And obviously, Preemptive Tail gives you -1 to dodge away from you as well. So, you know, and Claw's scary as well. I'd probably get that late on, though. I think Mighty Blow's good enough. And obviously, if they try and get away and they fail the Tentacles, hey, you get to punch them next turn, yay! And if they roll low, -1 Preemptive Tail, yay! An Agility 3 piece, 4+ to dodge. Impressive, eh? 50-50 chance of just getting away from you. You know, it'll help you get turnovers, it'll help you burn rerolls, and if they don't dodge, you get to hit them. So it's a nice build. The only thing I don't like about this build is guard. You could probably put guard in there somewhere. You could, you know, it depends which skill you'd want to get rid of. And this one's a really funky build. This is what I call the cage breaking monstrosity. So this works really well against standard cages, obviously. You crack open the corner of a cage. You park him there. I'd probably go block, stand firm on this guy. Soon as you got a double, or if this... How can I put it? What would the best way of doing it? Soon as you roll a double, after you get, I don't know, block, guard, or block, stand firm, get yourself diving tackle. Because what you'll do, you park yourself on the corner cage. So now this ball carrier, and the very few ball carriers what strength 4. So he's going to red dart block you unless he's got an assist. Or he's going to have to dodge out the way. By all means, try and dodge out the way. -2 to diving tackle zone. Then, what I'd then do is I'd upgrade preemptive tail for the next skill. That stacks with diving tackle, so it's a -3. So you got block, stand firm, diving tackle, and preemptive tail. Obviously, after you crash the cage, you're bringing a guard, assist, or bringing some other of your positional to come in and help to make sure that it's hard as possible to get this guy away from the ball carrier. And then you're at a -3, so even on a 2+, you have a normal elf. It's a 5+ just to dodge. It really is. I try and get guard in there as well. If you really want to be a sick individual, you could also go tentacles. But having one of these guards is really, really good. Because what you'll find will happen... Sorry, I'm a bit thirsty tonight. What you'll find will happen is... either they'll send their players to mark this guy up, and you're like, oh, cheers, bang, I'll keep punching you then, and get damage and get injuries that way. Or they'll just ignore him, and you'll just crash into the cage and you go, right, you're going to have to get really, really lucky to get away from this. And he's a nasty, nasty sort of Nagle warrior. Like I said, I'm showing you different ways to use Nagle warriors. You don't have to use this. I'm just trying to think outside the box. Ask yourself this. Would you like that next to your ball carrier? Would you? I know I wouldn't. Even if I'm going to agility 5-piece, it's still 50-50 if I dodge away from him. And if you put tentacles with him as well as a late skill instead of maybe guard, oh, he's going to be a pain in the backside. He's going to scare the living daylights of every ball carrier's cage. There you go. Anyway, let's go to the good old Pestigores. Now, this is always, in my opinion, one of their weaknesses. You only allowed 4 of them. So with Chaos, you have loads of Beastmen, so you can do whatever you want with them, because you can have as many as you want. Unfortunately, with Nagle, you only have the 4. So you've got to be careful what you do with them. Now, this build is beautiful. Especially if you get agility. If you get agility on this. Just before we go back, I'll tell you what, I keep forgetting this. At least I'm consistent. I keep forgetting about what to take on steps. Movement, probably wouldn't take it. The only time I don't know. I just wouldn't take it. I'd try to convince myself to take it. I might take it very late on a build like this, but probably not. Strength, yeah, I'll take strength every day of the week. Agility, no. Armor value, no. Easy as that. Just take strength. Back to obviously the Pestigores. These guys brilliant with agility, especially ball carrier. They're fantastic. I always have one guy like this, and he's always been a superstar. He's dodging on a 2+ away from tackle zones because of his 2 heads. If you roll a double, you've got to get dodge. Sure hands means there's no strip bowling. Extra arms means you pick the ball up on a 2+ with a reroll. And obviously, blodge is fantastic. These guys are awesome. If I was to roll another double and didn't get a stat up, then obviously, yeah, sure feet would be quite good, because then it's basically, you know, I've got an extra 2 GFRs with a built-in reroll. Just gives you a bit more, how can we put it, safety and trying to go a bit faster. Other things to look at is obviously sidestep, so less chance of you getting safed. Strength, I'd definitely take on this guy, and agility, definitely. Armor, I'd take very late on. Movement, I'd take on this guy as well because of the ball carrier. Right then, now then, here we go. We've seen this guy a lot of times before. Strikes fear into everybody, especially things like dwarfs. The killer Pestigore. Block, mighty blow, claw, piling on tackle. then it's up to you. Maybe if he gets to the legendary status, maybe sling a bit of frenzy or pro in there just to round it off. These guys are nasty. The question is, how many do you have? I like to try and get, well, I definitely have one. I try and get two. I usually go for a ball carrier. I go for two of these bad boys, and then the fourth one, that's where I do funky stuff with, if need be. If you want to play safe, two killers, two ball carriers. The problem you've got with two ball carriers is one's going to develop really, really nice, and you instinctively going to want to give it to him all the time because he's a go-to guy. You don't want to trust it with anybody else unless you're really on top. So, yeah, this guy's, you need at least one of these. One to two of these bad boys. I don't need to say anything else. You know what these guys like. They're absolutely crazy. Strength, definitely take. Agility, yes. Armor, no. Unless it's like last skill. And even then, probably not. Movement, I won't take on this either. Right then, here's a funky Pestigo. So you roll a double. What do you go for? Let's go for dodge. No, you don't go for dodge. You go for leap. That's right. You've heard me right. Leap. Why go leap, Bernie? That's a 4+. It's a bit risky, isn't it, buddy? Aha, yes, but you can get very long legs on mutations on a normal roll. What then makes it a 3+. But before you roll this leap, you've hopefully rolled wrestle. Because obviously, you're going to build... The beauty about this piece is, obviously, you're going to make him as a strip baller anyway. So, obviously, give him wrestle first. If he gets a double first, you either get dodge and make him into your ball carrier, or go leap and make him into your leaping, wrestling a Pestigo. Now, some people might say, Benny, you've lost the plot. Well, not really. Let's just say you got wrestle, leap, long legs. Yeah? You're blitzing into the cage and you're going to use leap. Because you've got long legs, you're leaping into the cage on a 3+. Now, because you've got horns, you're strength 4. So, as long as you've marked up where you need to mark up on the sides of the cages, you're going to get 2 dice. 2 beautiful dice to pow or to bring down both of you and the ball. Then then sprinkle a bit of strip ball and tackle in there, and you've got an absolute beautiful piece. Yes, again, they do take long to get, but even at 3 skills, this guy is gonna be a worry. Especially if you've got the cage breaking Psycho Nagle Warrior as well. Oh my god, what do I do? Do I stop the Nagle Warrior? Do I stop the blitzing, wrestle, leaping Pestigo? Oh crap, what about the killer Pestigos? What about the killer warrior? Oh my god, what do I stop? Chances are they ain't gonna be able to stop everything. Whatever they don't stop, you're gonna hurt them with. And this guy is beautiful. And this would be my crazy build out the 4. I always have a crazy build. And when you've got a build like this, trust me, you'll be thinking, Bernie, you know what, mate? I thought you was mad, but you know what? It's a bloody good build, and it's won me many games. It will, trust me. Agility is fantastic. Now then, if you get agility before very long legs, it's up to you what you want to do. If you get very long legs, you're basically leaping into a cage on a 2+. So it makes it even better. Or if you don't want to take long legs, take something else. You could take strip baller earlier or tackle earlier. Frenzy, pro, dauntless, but dauntless, not many strength 4 pieces really carry the ball, do they? So, there's various other things you can do. But this guy, honestly, he is fantastic. He's just brilliant. Don't believe me? Try him. This guy. Amazing. Just before I go on to this guy, now you can build teams, you can build teams like this. So you can give them all the skills to play against your friends and that. Build a guy like this. Even if it's just to be with your friend, to get your friend to put like a cage around and then try and attempt to jump into the cage with this guy. Keep playing about, messing about like that. Just to train things and practice and see what you think. Test him, see what you think about him. And you will be surprised how effective he is. He is really effective. I should really be telling this because I know someone's going to build him and he's going to knock me out. But hey, all I want to do is help you guys and give you some options. The final one is this guy. This is just a standard build. He's a good all-rounder. It can do just about everything. You got block. You're hoping to roll double. If you do, you get blodge because that's always good. stand firm, guard, tackle, mighty blow. So it does a bit of everything. You know, it can keep in place. It can offer a guard assist. It could go blodge hunting with his tackle. It can hurt people with his mighty blow. It's just a good all-round piece. If you don't want two killers, then get one of these guys because it can do everything. It really can. And it can also, because if you can get blodge with him, it can also be a bit of a ball carrier. You could take away maybe tackle or mighty blow and give him 2 edge, so he's a lot better as a backup ball carrier. That could be another way to go. But again, this is a nice piece, nice solid piece, no frills, does everything. Bit of a Swiss Army knife, that one. So now to the Beast of Nagle. Well, there's so many different ways you can go with this. If you roll double block, I would recommend you get first. If you roll another double, that's when it becomes tricky because you've got claw, what can really scare the living daylights out of anything it hits. Or you can go for the more reliable approach with pro, because it's still got mighty blow, and claw only works on people with higher armor. So pro, go stupid, you've got a 4+ chance of getting it to a reroll to see if you'll do it. I personally would go pro unless I had very little claw on my team and I was going against a lot of heavy armoured teams, or knew I was going to go against a lot of heavy armoured teams. I think pro is just a lot more reliable. On normal rolls, guard and stand firm, it's up to you which way you want to do it. I know a lot of people go stand firm first because obviously when they usually go and tie someone up early doors, people will try and blitz him at least off even on a red dart block, so this would stop that from happening. But guard and stand firm are 2 key pieces for normal rolls. A bit of a risky one is break tackle, trying to break into a cage on a 4+. If he does though, he's stuck on there. If he doesn't get him down, I would rather just blitz a corner and then park him next to the ball carrier, if I'm being honest. But I know break tackle more likely helps you if he's been tied up, say, by a zombie or something, he wants to dodge out the way and move him somewhere else. That's really why you would take it. And like I say, claw. These are real nice pieces. And usually they're good when you can just put them somewhere and don't really move them. That's when they're the most effective. But obviously they are a pain in the backside because people got to be careful that this guy didn't go and come crashing in and park himself next to your ball carrier. Even if your ball carrier is like strength 3. And not even strength 4, if they fail it, that means he's going to get a shot at your ball carrier. So these are scary pieces. So that's the sort of skills. They're the skills I'd be looking at if I was leveling up a Beast of Nagle. Right then, the Rudders. We got some nice funky little things here. I haven't really gone too crazy skill-wise for Rudders because we all know Rudders die horribly quickly, especially man. The best way to keep a Rotter alive is to get him sent off and hopefully taking out one of the opponent's best players. These are beautiful. I try and have at least 2 of these bad boys. Just give them data player. They don't want nothing else. If they dare roll another level up, I pray they don't, but if they do, then I'd probably go smite block. So, you know, sneaky on the double, well, it's up to you. You can do. I had a sneaky data player Rotter, and I did have some fun with him, but you know, when you foul him properly, you probably got enough assists anyway. The only good thing about sneaky is you can go around just putting the button by yourself if you wish, and you're not going to get sent off unless you break armor. So, you know, I don't know. It's fun, but you're just good enough with just data player. Save the TV below. Right then, this one. If you roll a double, usually I'd say recommend guard. You cannot have enough guard, especially in a basher team. This will help. And obviously block would be the skill. Block and guard on these guys are fantastic. It's lovely. I've had a few guard pieces before, even without block, and they've really helped my Nagle teams before. Especially my Nip Pellegrini Cowboys. It was quite a famous team in a private league. And yeah, they're solid. I mean, if you got another level up after that, if it's just normal roll, then probably like tackle or fend, something like that. I don't know. But usually, not many survive 2 skills. Now, here's an interesting one. So, you got block, fair enough, and then disturbing presence. But Bernie, I've already got 5 disturbing presences in my team. Why would I want more? Well, simple as your Nagle warriors are going to be in the middle roughly, or they're gonna if your opponent's coach is good enough, he's going to be splitting them up left, right, and centre. So if you've got a couple of these bad boys running about, You're basically saying, look, you ain't throwing it. You ain't throwing it. You're going to have to run it through me. And running it through a Nagle team isn't as easy as it may sound. Especially if you've got other pieces built to tag the ball carrier, make their life hell. So this isn't a crazy. It isn't. You got 2 or 3 of these bad boys. You know, that's like 7, 8 things in the stack. Don't they? The stack. You could cause fits, even half flying elves and all that sort of stuff. You know what users say, oh yeah, we can work our way around it. It's like, oh yeah, because you've only got a few disturbing presences, we'll just park ourselves just in one square away and we can look how good we are. We know how to play against Nagle, and you're not going to get any disturbing presence on us. Well, guess what? If you've got a few of these bad boys, I don't care how good you are, you're going to have minuses in your team. It's as simple as that. So, you know, this is another way of doing it. It's not that crazy. And again, it's a normal role. And the great thing as well is, a lot of the times, the people don't even know it. You'd be amazed how many people forget about disturbing presence, even though there's a big freaking square there. Good stuff. The next one, here's another cheeky one. Block Comprehensive Tail. It's fantastic. -1 dodge. Again, it's a single roll. Again, it's a bit funky. You know, if there's already someone marking the guy up as a scoring threat, bang him in there as well, next to him. You either have to blitz out the way, or you have to dodge your way. And if you dodge your way, it's a -1. So 2+ becomes a 3+. 3+ becomes a 4+. It's just trying to, you know, be as awkward as possible. Is what you're trying to do. And these are really good little things. Now, here is one what I will get hate mail for if people get this build. And I apologise in advance. If you roll a double, even if it's your first skill, get diving tackle. Yes, diving tackle. Then follow up with block. Sorry, not block, pass block. Keep this guy out the back, close by to potential scoring threats. Especially against high flying teams that throw the ball. They throw the ball, you've got 3 squares of movement. You don't have to get in front of him, you just park yourself next to the guy. -1 for catching the ball. That's if, and then there might be some distant presence. Even if there's distant presence there, just say -1. And if he catches the ball, there's a -2 to the there's a -2 to dodge away from him. Obviously, you got block as well. And if this guy's a legend and he's still alive and gets another level up after this, and I tell you what, that'd be amazing. Then give him the tail, -3 to get away from you. Or if you roll a double, could even look at sidestep. Honestly, this guy's a pain in the backside. It really is. Because to throw the ball, yeah, we're going to score. He's thrown it, and all of a sudden, pass block. Boom. Diving tackle. I mean, if you can get in front of the guy to try and at least get a 6+ intercept, that's great. But he's there to make sure he's locked in place. Again, I'm just showing you different ways to build them. Because anybody can build them. Block, Mighty Blow, Claw if they get a double and stuff like that. And there's nothing wrong with block, Mighty Blow and Claw. There isn't. But I'm trying to show you a few different ways to build them with different roles, what you might not have seen before. This is dirty. This is a dirty build. And if people don't take care of this dirty build, this guy can win you games. Seriously. Is that good? So, that's it. We're done. That is Nagle. Fantastic, fantastic. It's a team I have a very love-hate relationship with because it takes so long to build up. It's so long. And then when you lose one of these beautiful level 4, level 5 Nagle warriors, it takes ages to get back up. So they can test your patience. Like a lot of bash teams, it take a while. Every time you lose a good piece, it's terrible. Remember though, apart from the Rudders, you've got regen. So you've got 4+. You've got a 50th chance of regening any death, any mana, strength, or whatever. So, you know, usually, you know, they last longer and they're more durable than most things. Plus, you've got, obviously, armor 9 on your warriors. And, you know, that helps. You've got one of the best big guys in the game as well, in my opinion. It's a really nice team. So as soon as you've got your 3 rerolls, you've got your built-in regeneration on 9 of your players, you've got your cheap fouling Rudders, you've got your funky Rudders who can do funky stuff like Disturbing Presence, Prehensive Tail, or even Dirty Diving Tackle and Pass Block. Oh my god, that's such dirty, dirty skills. So, you know, you can build them. They don't always have to be kill teams. Now, some people say, that's rich coming from you, Benny, because your Nagle team, bloody kill teams. And yeah, Playground Cowboys was one of the most feared teams on the PS4 in the private league, and they still will be smashing people about on the battlefield. But that team was built basically to strike fear as one of the 4 horsemen back in the day. These teams I'm showing you now is ways to do it in a fun way, and in a sneaky way, and in a clever way. Because a lot of the times, brute force isn't going to win you the game. You're going to have other pieces. And that's why it's very hard to see. When you look at the cup competitions, now to my knowledge, I don't think a Chaos or a Nagle team has ever won on the Xbox. It's never won on the PS4. And to my knowledge, unless someone stands it correctly, it's never been won on the PC. And it's because, although they can bash, and they can bash better than anyone, that if they run up against Wood Elves or something fast like Skaven, and they got all this blodge, you need something to stop them. So little things like Diving Tackle, Prehensive Tail, Disturbing Presence to a certain extent. You know, Leaping Wrestle Pestigores. You know, Stand Firm Blodge, Stand Firm Diving Tackle, Prehensive Tail, Warriors, things like that. They're the pieces what will probably in the end win you that championship or make you get to the playoffs. Because yes, you've still got enough killers. You've still got enough killers to wreck the other team anyway. You just need them players to win you the other games when you're killing in enough. And that's why we see builds, or I'm showing you builds like this. Block, stand firm, guard, diving tackle, preemptive tail. You want to move away from me? Be my guest. That's a -3. You know? So, there we go. That's Nagle. That's how they should be built, in my honest opinion. If you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. If you want to ask me a question, feel free to, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And please, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and plus it'll keep you up to date with all the video content what will be on my channel. Because like I said, we've got tons of it. We've still got another 3 rosters to go, so the other 20 odd rosters and this one, they'll be all in the playlist roster, so they're all put into one folder for you, so it's nice and easy for you to have a look at. We've got when the playoffs come around, obviously I do a lot of the games on the PS4. I'm going to try and get a few of the Xbox ones done as well. I'm branching into the Xbox world as well, so I'll be trying to get a lot of that content done as well shortly. We've got the Nuffle Shuffle PS4 talk show, where we talk about the Champions Ladder each week. We have guest coaches on. We had the champ Gimmick Swede on last week, and we talk about things like debates like 10-16 fouling and various other stuff. So, you know, it's really, really good. We've also got an Xbox One talk show as well, does the same thing, called Blood on the Box. Private leagues, we've got loads of content on there, so it's really good if you subscribe, because obviously then you will not miss a thing. Anyway, that's me done. I really hope you enjoyed it. We've got 2 more rosters to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to go undead, then Norse or Norse undead, so you'll have to stay tuned. Get that subscribe going, and then you'll find out. It'll be one or the other, and that's me done. So take care, thanks for watching, stay classy out there, and have good luck on the Bloodbowl pitch, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Take me right